Hello, everybody. Welcome to Less is More Podcast, episode 2 for May 25th, 2017. How you guys doing? How are you? Got a lot of news today. A lot of news. First of all, I know it happened a couple days ago, but rest in peace to Roger Moore. What a legend. You know, he's most famous for playing James Bond. He was, I think, the second incarnation. It was Sean Connery, then Roger Moore, then George Lazenby, then Pierce Brosnan, then Daniel Craig. Okay, yeah. So Roger Moore was the second incarnation, and just a sad passing. It was an undisclosed battle with cancer, so that's sad and very unfortunate. He's a talented actor. People might say he lived a full life, but 89 is, you know, he could have gone more, and it's just sad that he had to pass. But, you know, God called him home, and I want to send condolences to his family and hope they're healing at this difficult time. Also, keep Manchester in your prayers as well. Horrific tragedy. I forgot to mention them on the last episode, but keep them in your prayers as well. Just a horrible thing that happened. It sucks that you can't even go to a concert without thinking that you might die, and parents are going to be a lot more cautious now, which I guess is a good thing, but it's just a sad thing that happened to all those teenagers. And I'm assuming Ariana Grande fans are, on the younger side, so I'm just assuming that, a lot of young lives were lost, and it's sad. So, keep your prayers for all the family members that lost children at the Manchester concert couple of days ago, and keep Ariana Grande in your prayers. I know she's going through a lot. She feels like she has blood in her hands, but just keep everybody in your prayers, man. This is a fucked up world we live in, and we only have each other, So, all right, man. Let's get into some more light stuff. Yesterday, Tom Cruise said he verbally confirmed that Top Gun 2 is coming. Top Gun 2 is coming. So if you didn't see that Access Hollywood interview, he did confirm it. And I'm excited, man. Top Gun was it's a classic, to say the least. It's a classic, and it's crazy that he's bringing it back. I think it's going to be awesome. I think that they might touch on maybe, how Hollywood does. They want to bring in a storyline where he has kids and they want to be the new pilot and, Goose and Maverick and all that shit. They might bring that back. So, because Hollywood loves sequels, and if they can do a sequel with the kid like being the main subject, and like Tom Cruise would probably play like a background character, like a colonel or whatever the fuck, or just like a guy to just stay in the background, like, oh, I'm gonna be the mentor and let this new rising star become the, how Hollywood is. So, but I think Top Gun 2, the whole concept of bringing it back, especially in 2017 with the technology, is great, and I'm looking forward to that. I wrote a list down of my updates here. Ant-Man. There's gonna be some animated shorts coming to Disney XD. For all the preteen fans, preteen listeners out there, there's going to be, a new series based on the Paul Rudd movie, the Paul Rudd version of Ant-Man, and it's going to be, I think, based in the Marvel universe, but it's going to be animated, so I'm excited to see that. You can expect probably some voice cameos to come back from the Marvel Cinematic Universe, so that's going to be dope. And we got a new Spider-Man Homecoming trailer. Every piece of press for this movie dropped just creates more excitement. Like, there's no such thing as, a dwindling of excitement for this movie, man. Tom Holland is gonna kill it. He has big things coming soon besides Spider-Man, and like I said the last podcast, he's gonna be the new Nathan Drake for the Uncharted series and hopefully the film series. So, well, not hopefully, he is in the film series, but it's all dope. It's all dope, and look out for that, man. Everybody's excited for that movie, to say the least. Everybody's excited for that. The Get Down, man. This just in. The Get Down, the hip hop 80s hip hop series on Netflix has been canceled after one season. If you recall, they had a season that started last year, but it was broken into two parts, with the first part premiering in 2016 and the second part premiering earlier this year. So that sucks, man. I mean, I don't know. I think it was a good series. I had Shamik Moore from Dope, from Dope acclaim. So I think it was a great series. I don't know why they canceled it, but probably contractual issues, or maybe it just wasn't enough buzz. I only watched the first half of the season, to be honest, and then as soon as my other shows returned, I kind of got off of that. But it just sucks because they had a lot of young, talented, gifted actors on that series, man, and I think it could have went very far, but it's just the production companies, and that's Hollywood for you. You have to really roll the dice on what shows you want to take risks on. So that's always it's always a hard thing to deal with. But I know Shamik Moore and Jaden Smith and all the new young actors that were fucking blessed enough to get a shot on that show will, they'll all bounce back. So looking forward to more things about them. Also, Amazon just greenlit a series for the Hannah film. Now, Hannah was a film starring, I don't want to butcher her name. These Irish names, man, they're so hard to. I think Saoirse Ronan. Yeah, she was in the hit film Brooklyn, which got nominated for. She got nominated for Best Actress, which I'm so proud of her. That was awesome. It was a great film. Got to check it out. And she was in The Lovely Bones years back. So she has her footprint in Hollywood already. But Hannah was one of her breakout films, and I was like a girl. She was a female assassin, like I think preteen or teenager, and she was just kicking ass in that film. So that's gonna be huge when that comes out. And Amazon is, they're basically in an arms race, with Netflix, and that's going to be interesting to watch because Netflix has kind of been dominating the whole TV landscape and the TV platform. So, I mean, that's awesome, man. That's great that Amazon is, putting some gas on it, man. Hit the accelerator because, I mean, to be honest, Netflix stay winning, and they're going to keep on winning, so look forward to that. Hannah was a great movie. It had Eric Bana in it, and I don't know if Eric Bana's returning for the series, but we can be pretty sure that it's going to be a good one. Also, Netflix just announced their June 2017 movies and TV titles. So let's take a look. I have a couple of them right here. They have the movie One Night. These are all going to be available June 1st, by the way. They have Arrow Season 5. They have Full Metal Jacket, which is an old classic, a great war film from 1987. They have My Left Foot. Oh, Daniel Day-Lewis. He's a Goliath in the industry. Goliath. He's a G, and I definitely want to. I saw a movie before, but I'm definitely looking forward for it to be on Netflix, and yeah, it should be a good one. What else? The Queen, not the Netflix series, which is titled Queen. The actual film Queen, starring Helen Mirren. That's a masterpiece in itself. It garnered Helen Mirren her second Oscar. I believe for Best Actress. I believe it's her second. I have to look that up, but I'm pretty sure it's her second. I'm pretty sure she has 2 in the chamber. They're gonna have Vice, and that was a great film. That was a great film. It's a film from 2015, so it flew under the radar. I think it was independent, but it was very good. Let's see, and let's get into some television. Scandal season 6 coming June 17th, 2016. That was, I heard, one of the most acclaimed seasons of Scandal. Starring Kerry Washington, so that's going to be dope. That's going to be a huge deal for all the Scandal fans, can tune in. What else? Okay, No Escape. No Escape was featuring Lake Bell and Owen Wilson. about a family trapped during a civil unrest in a foreign country. Also has Pierce Brosnan as sort of the anti-hero. Great film. Owen Wilson kind of fell under the radar in the past couple of years, but he has another film coming out called Wonder, starring Julia Roberts, and that's going to be huge. Julia Roberts, is great to see her back in the field, doing what she does best. What else we got here? Oh shit, the Mighty Ducks. Wow. Mighty Ducks D2, the Mighty Ducks is leaving Netflix on June 1st. So it will no longer be available on Netflix. That's crazy. That's like our fucking childhood. You know what I mean? That's crazy. Wow. What else is leaving Netflix? Jesus, The Hustler is leaving Netflix. That was a great film. Kidnapped, House of Wax, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids is leaving Netflix. This is Spinal Tap, classic film, cult classic actually. The Prince and Me, that's a great film. Geez, these are all leaving. Man. What else? What else is leaving? Daddy's Home is leaving Netflix. I didn't even know that was on Netflix, to be honest. Daddy's Home was kind of overrated. I believe that Will Ferrell and Mark Wahlberg should have put all their energy into making The Other Guys 2. Now, that was a funny-ass film. That film was hilarious. That film was, like... it spoke to how real the struggle and plight of cops are. And, like, how honest the portrayal... Not the portrayal, but, like, how honest the comedic value and, like, trying to get noticed for... noticed for the many cases that you put forth in, and I don't know. I think The Other Guys spoke differently to me because of course it was a comedy film, but it just like this is what detectives really go through to become like acclaimed in their division or like gain some type of notoriety for their work. So I mean, to me it was a great film. I wish they did a sequel, but okay, that's all the important updates I have for any Netflix releases. Let's see, what else? There's another thing I want to talk to you guys about. Let me pull up my list here. Movie news. Yeah, I have it so neatly titled. I got to get professional on this podcast, man. Second episode out. I'm trying to do a bigger rollout. I'm trying to have I will have music intros soon. I'm just going through the legalities of like what music I can have, how I can get the music on the recording, and if I have to pay any royalties. So I'm going through that. I'm gonna have. Well, I think my descriptions for the last episode was pretty clear. I try not to give a lot away during the podcast, so in the description. So I keep the descriptions pretty vague, but I'm gonna give you more topics covered in the description, so you know what we're gonna be speaking about on the podcast. Also, I might do a Friday roundup of any films coming out for that weekend, or just to talk about films that I see are going to get future awards, or films flying under the radar, or a lot of independent films you should look out for. So keep that in mind. A Friday podcast is probably pending. I want to see how 2 a week feels to the listeners. I don't want to, drown you guys with my fucking voice. So, we're just testing the waters here, but I still got a lot of updates. There is a John Wick 3 coming. I got that exclusive for you, baby. John Wick 3 coming, and the script is being written as we speak. They are scouting locations. Ryan Reynolds is slated to return. So they're still in the process of finding a Cable. I think that's the hardest part of this film, finding Cable, because Cable is like an iconic character, and he's kind of like, the yin to Deadpool's yang. So that's very important to find the right Cable. I feel that my top picks are obviously Ron Perlman. I met the guy; he's awesome. He'd be great in terms of like attitude and gruff and style and just overall look, because he killed it as Hellboy, you know what I mean? And Cable kind of not has the same outfit, but he's kind of around that same territory, he's right up that alley. So, Ron Perlman is famous for, he was in the original, the Magnificent Seven, excuse me, and he was obviously the Hellboy series, Sons of Anarchy. He was in Pacific Rim, and he played all anti-heroes in that. So it makes sense for Ron Perlman to do that. You know what I mean? It's just for the visual aspect. So Ron Perlman is my first. Then you have Stephen Lang, who's been in films like Avatar, critically acclaimed. It's so crazy that Avatar has the #1 spot for highest grossing film of all time. Avatar's had it for 8 years now? That's crazy. We need a film to knock Avatar the fuck off. Now James Cameron is brilliant, you know what I mean? But it's just that, like, Avatar has just been on for so long, and I think it's mediocre. Many people have drawn comparisons to Avatar being Kevin Costner's Dances with the Wolves, only for blue people, like Smurf and shit. But I mean, I feel that Avatar has had its run, man. We need another film to get over $2 billion in gross revenue, because this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. Like, there's certain movies that I feel can reach that level of acclaim, but it's just a commercial value. A lot of independent films, I'm an independent guy myself. A lot of independent films fly under the radar, and they just don't get the accolades they deserve. But I just feel like that should change in the industry, because the industry itself is changing. So I don't know. But Stephen Lang, yeah, he was in Avatar, but yeah, he's definitely a top pick for that role as Cable in Deadpool 2. People want Dolph Lundgren, from Rocky 4, Ivan Drago was his name. Said Dolph Drago. You know what? If his name was Dolph Drago, that'd be so fucking believable. He looks like a Dolph Drago with his square jaw and his roided up body. But whatever, I messed up the name. Let's move on. Yeah, but Dolph Lundgren really wouldn't strike me as a Cable type. We kind of need someone who's like not a dickhead, but like he can pull it off in a way that's like believable. Ron Perlman and Stephen Lang for me are my top picks. Who else? I guess those are the two main niggas with gray hair that I would see playing Cable, and I think the chemistry with Ryan Reynolds has to be on point, because you can't really have like awkward chemistry and be on screen with Ryan Reynolds. It has to be organic, so that's one thing you gotta watch out for. Let's see. Oh, there's an untitled Robert Zemeckis. Is that his name? How do you say his name? Oh, Zemeckis. Whoops. I stuttered mad hard and I still butchered the name. Oh well, man. That's take it or leave it, man. Take me as I am. I'm a stutterer. Nah, let me stop. Robert Zemeckis, a Universal project. Now, Robert Zemeckis, he has created he brought back to life the series of Unfortunate Events, and that was with what's his name, Neil Patrick Harris, which is on Netflix. Heard it's doing pretty well. It could be better, but those are the critics going like full force. But that should be fun, because he's a really acclaimed director. He's done a lot of films in the past. I think that anything that he does, it's going to be genius. You know how you just expect it to be good? Because he's just a creative soul, man. He did Forrest Gump, which is one of my favorite films. People forget about that. He did Flight with Denzel Washington. He did Castaway, another Tom Hanks classic. And this film, it should be good. It should be good. According to Universal, it's going to be about a man who builds a miniature World War II era village with action figures and dolls as a way to recover from a violent assault. So it might be a dramedy, more drama than comedy, but I'm looking forward to that, because Robert Zemeckis he's a G. I really praise his work. Let's see. Super Troopers 2. That a lot of people who fuck with Super Troopers 1 are gonna love that, man. It's gonna be done by the I think they are a what are they? Yeah, they're a improv comedy troupe called the Broken Lizard, and they've done stuff like Beer Fest, and they've done a lot of things of that nature. So Beer Fest was actually a great film. I actually enjoyed that a lot. So yeah, Super Troopers 2. It's gonna be. I think it's gonna be dope. It's gonna be dope. I'm looking forward to it. It's rated R, obviously, because they're all like jackasses. They're all doing that. They're all doing that extra shit. So, and I don't know if you guys knew this, but Keira Knightley, she is 100% confirmed. I think it's old news, but I just wanted to bring it back up again because you can't have Pirates of the Caribbean without Keira Knightley. Like, it doesn't make sense. So I'm glad she's in it, and yeah, it's gonna be awesome. Excuse me, don't mean to yawn on the podcast, but you know, Jesus Christ, it's been a long day. What else? The Disaster Artist, the film by James Franco, directed by James Franco, and yeah, that's going to be a funny one. Starring James Franco, his brother Dave Franco, Seth Rogen, Zac Efron, Josh Hutcherson, Kate Upton, the legend Jackie Weaver, Hannibal Buress, Alison Brie, Sharon Stone, another legend. That's going to be dope because they're spoofing a movie called The Room, and it was done by Greg Sestero. And that was like rated like the worst movie ever. It was directed by Tommy Wiseau, and it was just so bad that it's so good. And I think that like that is the current state of Hollywood now. It's just, I don't know, man. I'm looking forward to it because it's just a film that you want to see with your buddies, because James Franco's going to put his own comedic twist on it, and it's going to be awesome. So look out for The Disaster Artist, coming December 8th, 2017. Produced by A24, which is a studio that I really adore. It brought us Moonlight. It brought us Room, with Brie Larson, one of my favorite actors right now. It brought us Free Fire, which I heard was a phenomenal film, starring Brie Larson again. And it starred Jack Rayner, who was in Transformers 4. He was the male co-lead. He's also a talented artist. Yeah, man, I think it's going to be a hit, me personally. But, that's my opinion. This is an opinion-based podcast, so. And that's all my updates for now. A lot of big things coming, man. A lot of big things coming. So, let's talk about... I have a story before we wrap up. So I was walking on the Upper West Side, and, for all you don't know, I don't particularly like the Bronx that much, but, I don't know. I put up with it, But whenever I get a chance to travel around the city and walk around, I do that. So I was walking around the city, man, and it was so funny because I always stop into the same Starbucks. It's on Astor Place. So I was on the Upper West Side. I went for a jog around there. Then I went to Astor Place to just try to catch coffee or try to get inspired to write something, because Starbucks really helps me focus. For some weird reason, it does. I don't know why, but I was going outside to make a phone call, and I just see Keegan-Michael Key from Key&Peele, and Keanu, Jordan Peele's best friend. He was just walking casually in the city, just walking. He looked lost as hell, but he was just walking around the city, and I'm just like, dude, that's Keegan-Michael Key, and I sprinted out to Starbucks. I met him. He was so cool. He was all smiles. He was in a rush to go somewhere, but he was just the dopest guy, man. He was so cool. And in all that, in
in all that shock of meeting Keegan-Michael Key, who's one of like my favorite comedians right now, in terms of his content for TV, you know what I mean, and the movies he's helping produce and like write, and he's just a great innovator. I didn't get the selfie, and let me tell you, if I would have got that selfie, it would have been the cover for this episode's podcast. Guaranteed, man. I was so pissed. I was like, I'm never afraid to get a selfie, or like I'd never forget to get a selfie for someone I look up to. But for some strange reason, man, I just didn't get it, and I've been thinking about it. It happened on Tuesday, and I've been thinking about it ever since. I'm just like, Keegan-Michael Key would have been a great addition to my wall of fame. Another story for me to talk about, but you know, excuse me. I think everything happens for a reason, and I'll probably meet him again. I hope to meet him again. I plan to go to LA probably in a few weeks, probably just to network and shop around a few scripts, see what happens, see what's popping in the film industry out west. So I hope to go out in LA. Stay in the North Hollywood part of town, just so I can be in the core center of certain creators and innovators. So I hope to do that. And yeah, man, a lot of big things coming. I'm doing a whole if some of my followers follow me on Facebook, I had a little bit of a blurt out in terms of Edith. Edith is being see, the thing with Edith is I don't want to bullshit you guys. I want to give you the best quality, the best production possible. So I don't want to put out some bullshit and then it's like not good and it doesn't hit and you guys like don't share or download or like or like pass the word along because the quality's not good. I want to give you A1 quality. So Edith is going to be pushed back probably 2 weeks until I can finish the shot list and the storyboard. Almost done those two things. And I have to do a few changes in my crew for various reasons. I don't want to get into it, but I'll share more when things are official. But I just want to try new things because I want this to win some kind of award. You know what I mean? I'm not really in this for the money, as you guys know. Or if you don't know, I'm gonna say it right the fuck now. I'm not in it for the money. I want Edith to be the best film possible, and for that to happen, there needs to be some changes. And the only thing I say this all the time, people who know me know this, that the only thing constant in this world is change. You know, so things have to change if I want Edith to pop, and you know, I have to change certain things. You know, and whether that be crew or cast, I just have to do it. And or even editing software, something as small as that can be very crucial on the grander scale. So, you know, look forward to updates on that. Also, I'm gonna be uploading all my podcasts on YouTube under my channel. I'm starting like a motherfucker today. Jesus Christ. Maybe because my mouth is dry. I need to get some water. Yeah. I will be uploading all podcasts to YouTube under my channel, Les Anachi. There you can find content. I'm probably gonna have some, I'm gonna start shooting some skits soon, so that's gonna be fun. Some skits to show you where my directorial range is at. You know, if that's even a thing. Yeah, man. All podcasts are probably gonna be 30 to 35 minutes. The first episode was just an hour because it was actually 59 minutes and 59 seconds, to be honest. I stopped it exactly where I wanted it to be. You know, unconsciously I did that. But yeah, all podcasts are probably going to be 30 minutes to 35 minutes max, just so you guys don't get tired of the overall content, and I don't want to give you guys filler. I want to give you guys college stories and, you know, overall New York travels and adventures and updates as my career as a growing screenwriter. I want to give you guys all that, but within moderation. So I don't want to just talk your ears off with nonsense. I want to give you, you know, decent content. So, you know, that's where we are with this podcast. I mean, more updates are coming soon. Something crazy is gonna happen as soon as I cut the mic off. But you know, who knows? I mean, there's always updates in film, but they are gonna have to wait till next episode. Jordan Peele is doing a new film with Universal and produced by J.J. Abrams, and it's called Lovecraft Country. And Misha Green, the creator of the slavery series Underground on WGN, she's brilliant, and Underground is a great series. Check it out. It stars Aldous Hodge, and it stars Christopher Maloney from Law and Order SVU. Great series. Check it out. Misha Green is going to team up with Jordan Peele and J.J. Abrams to produce this series. I think it's going to be a hit, man. And not a series, it's going to be a film under the Universal brand. So, Jordan Peele, if you're listening, man, sign me, brother. I want to get to work, man. I mean, I want to help create, man. And also for his production company called, let me look it up. It's called Monkey Paw Productions. They're also going to be co-producing the film, so that's going to be great. Jordan Peele has had the greatest come up of 2017, and I'm so proud of that dude. He's been killing it. Hope he continues to do so. And that's all I got for today, man. There may or may not be a podcast on. Well, I don't want to get your hopes up, but I want to say there's going to be a podcast maybe on Saturday or next Monday, but definitely on Tuesdays and Thursdays now are when the official podcast will be coming out. If we have a crazy week where there's film news every day, there's going to be a podcast every day. But you know, the days you can check for a podcast from the Less Is More brand is going to be Tuesdays and Thursdays. All other days are going to be pending. But yeah. I want to make sure that my podcasts are like clean and cut and like without fillers, so you guys get the information from this platform first. So yeah, man, that's it for today. You have listened to the Less Is More podcast, where less is more content, less is more media, and less is more entertainment. Nailed it this time, baby. Let's go. The first episode I fucked that up, but I got it. Thank you for tuning in, guys. I appreciate the support. I'll catch you next Tuesday. Bye-bye.